Welcome to our first lesson on Adobe Illustrator interface. Now, the first thing you're going to do is going to be opening up Adobe Illustrator. Now, you have to keep one thing in mind is that whenever you're using any software from Adobe, or let's say Adobe Illustrator, make sure that you're using the newest version of it. As you can see that I am using Adobe Illustrator 2023, okay? So from here, what you will get, or what the advantage you will get, is that it gets a lot of bug fixes with each updates, and there are going to be a lot of tools, or let's say the newest tools, which even if you don't have in the previous ones, you will get those functionality in the newer ones. So make sure to use the newest version of Adobe Illustrator whenever you're using it. Now let's learn about the interface without, or let's say before going into our first lesson of our first teaser design. Okay, so the first thing when you open up Adobe Illustrator is, let's start off with the left side panel. We have new file, open, home, learn, your file, share with you, and then delete it, and also recents and sort it up according to your desire. So in our home, you will get this interface. From our home, you can even select whichever type of template you want to use. And these are not just, let's say ready-made templates or anything. These templates are basically the size of your panel, or let's say the screen or the canvas which you will be working on. Then you can select any one from over here according to your desire. You can also see the pixels. These are also kind of like resolutions. Then we have more presets you can select on it. And then you can go to save mobile, whichever type of template you want to use or document you want to use, and then select it according to your desire. And you can also see that there are pre-built themes which you'll be able to apply whenever you want to. Just click on any one of them, press on preview if you want to preview them. Okay, you can see modern, design, travel, and navigation icon set. We're going to use them later on, okay? But if you want to use any of the templates, you can use it. But if you see that you don't get your desired or expected size, you can just select on here over here and then just type in your own data. Let's say I'm going to cut this off, and instead of points, what I'm going to do is going to be clicking on, let's say, pixels. From here, what I'm going to do is going to be typing in 1920. And in height, what I'm going to do is going to be typing in, let's say, 1080. Okay, you can type it like that, 1080. Then select your orientation, select the number of artboards you want to use for your project, and then fix out the bleeds of top and bottom, left and right. That's like totally up to you. Then you can select the color mode if you want to, but I'm going to suggest you to use the default one, which is CMYK color, because RGB is going to contain only 3 of it. So that's like totally up to you. Then select the raster effect. I'm going to suggest you to use medium or high, because it's the higher the raster effect, the better the quality of your photo or the design which you will be working on. And then select the default, or let's say the preview mode, which type of preview you want. If you're using oversized or overprinted, pixels, or let's say documents, then I'm going to suggest you to use overprint. But if you're using pixels over here, then pixels will obviously give you, a good type of preview of your own project. Then on the more settings, you'll be able to customize it more according to your desire. After you're done, just press on create, and then you're good to go. Let's say before that, I'm going to do is click on learn. When you click on learn, you will get a lot of tutorials, and you can get a tour of Adobe Illustrator. Okay, that's like totally up to you. And another advantage, or let's say another tip of using Adobe Illustrator, is that always stay connected to the internet, and also make sure to stay connected with your account. Okay, as you can see from over here that I'm connected to my account. And then you have your files. If you are connected to the internet and you have any files in your cloud, then it will show up over here. You have no cloud documents, as I don't have anyone. Okay, even when you're offline, you'll be able to access them and work on it according to your desire. But as this is my new account, so I'm not using it. And make sure to stay subscribed to any of your, let's say, the plans you have on Adobe Illustrator. Make sure to use those. Then you have shared with you. If any person shares any document or you are sharing any document with someone else, those will be visible over here. And then in the last, we have deleted. This works like a trash bin from your devices. Okay, let's say a recycle bin. Even if you delete anything, it gets stored over here. So if you want to delete it completely, you have to delete it from over here too. Or if you want to restore it, obviously you have this restore point for you. And that is also a functionality Adobe Illustrator offers in the newer versions of Adobe Illustrator. Now you can also open up specific projects from clicking on open and then opening up anything. It will open up this pop-up window which you will be able to select any file which you have on your PC from any drive, and then you can open it up directly on Adobe Illustrator. Then we have are these ribbons. So before that, I'm going to click on new file, and let's say I'm going to just create it. If you want to make a new document, just click on create and then you're good to go. Let's say I'm going to do is cut this off. Now the first thing we have to learn about, or let's say about the interface, is going to be the ribbons. In ribbons we have file, edit, object. Then we're going to learn about type, select, effect, view, and window, and help. So these are the ribbons which are going to help you to find a lot of tools. As in file, we have all about the basic needs of, let's say, new, save as, version, history, export, import, edit, invite. And in edit, you'll get the edit, how you can edit your stuffs or projects or work in your documents. In object, you'll be able to do anything with specific objects or elements that you put in your documents. Then we have is type. In our type, you're gonna get a lot of type of elements which you'll be able to work with. Let's say change case, size, glyphs. Then we have fonts and all of those. Then in select, you'll be able to select any object. In effect, you'll be able to see that there are a lot type of effect which you'll be able to apply in any elements basically. And then we have view, of how you'll be able to view it, and then you can go through other tools too. Okay, you can go through them whenever you want, but as this is not about the essentials of Adobe Illustrator but about the t-shirt design, so we're just going to learn about the interface, and then we're going to go into our lessons about how we can be able to create or customize t-shirt designs. In a window, you'll be able to see a lot of type of windows according to your desire and how you can customize your window in Adobe Illustrator. But the first thing I'm going to suggest you when you open up Adobe Illustrator, first off, go to window, find out workspace, and then click on Essential Classic, and then you will get more tools in your window. Okay, so we're almost quite ready, and on the left side we have a couple of these tools which we're gonna use in our lesson. Let's say we have a couple of tools. Let's just know about the names. Selection tool, then we have direct selection tool, then we have magic wand, lasso tool, pen tool, then we have curvature, text or type tool, then we have line segment tool, then we have rectangle tool. And when you right click on any of these that have these corners, you will see that there are a couple other tools too. Then we have is eraser, then we have sharper, shaper basically, and then paintbrush, rotate tool, and then scale, and a lot of them. Okay, so on the right side we have properties and libraries and a lot of other tools too. So now you know about a couple of the basics interface about Adobe Illustrator. So hope you understood everything in this lesson, and basically this is very simple, so you can also fiddle with Adobe Illustrator a bit so that you can get through a lot of tools. Okay, so let's move on to our first lesson of customizing our t-shirt.